I want to stat this video by saying I appreciate you and I love you, and you're gonna want to sit down for this video.
Guys, I have some bad news to share with you. There's a lot to go over, so you might want to sit down before we start. Okay, give me a second. There is something wrong with this. That's a lot better. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to look at an influencer who acts like she's the most important person in everyone's life. She might have embarrassed herself by seeming completely out of touch with reality and her audience. But you can make that choice. I'm not just saying this to make a point. Parasocial interactions are getting worse. To become a well-known online influencer these days, you almost have to go above and beyond to make and even take advantage of a parasocial relationship. Some companies that manage influencers tell producers to treat their fans like close friends because that's how things are sold. I know a few people in the business. I'm sorry if this sounds dramatic to Aubrey, but something interesting is going on. For a long time, parasocial interactions were truly one-sided. The creator didn't even know the viewer, and the viewer might think they know the creator personally. Some influencers these days seem to depend on these relationships so much that they start to mix up the lines and almost forget that they aren't real friendships. And we have a great example of that today. A lot of you may know Michaela Noyra, a TikTok developer, from a video that went viral in which she says, Kim Kardashian, in a strange way.
Kim Kardashian! Kim Kardashian!
I might have been the only one who knew that much about her for a long time. When I saw a TikTok she posted a few days ago saying she was getting a divorce from her husband, everything changed. To be honest, it was hard. It is not out of touch at all. I had a hard time noticing it and thought it was a sign of too much self-importance. But you won't really understand what I mean until I show you, so let's get started.
I want to stat this video by saying I appreciate you and I love you, and you're gonna want to sit down for this video.
The action already seems too dramatic after just 8 seconds. It seems too much to start off by telling your audience how much you love and care for them before saying you're getting a divorce, especially since many people may not know you were married. Even though she is known for posting funny makeup videos on TikTok, this one is very sad. It looks like she's telling close friends and family about very private family news instead of a large online audience.
I am getting a divorce. Take a minute. Take it in. I am getting a divorce.
The question of what logic makes someone think that viewers are as emotionally invested as they are at random is raised. Most people don't actively engage with the content they encounter. Because of this difference between how things look and how they really are, the video is hard to watch.
Cody and I love each other so much. We love each other so much. We would do literally anything for each other. I want you to know that. I'm not going to be sharing any details whatsoever as to why Cody and I have made this decision. The main reason I am doing that is because I want to protect Cody.
If the goal was to stop speculation or rumors, why present it in such a dramatic way? Please don't start rumors, please don't speculate, and please don't bring up certain topics, are some examples. But if you have the right lighting, tension, and makeup in a sit-down video, people will always talk about it. The public debate about the Ned Fulmer and Ariel podcast is a good example of how public comments can make people more curious, not less. A simple printed message could have told readers without drawing too much attention.
Cody deserves that. We both want to heal. Cody deserves to be happy. Cody deserves to be happy. So do I. This is an extremely shitty thing. No one gets married to get a divorce. Absolutely no one. But what I can tell you is that this is very amicable. We talk every day. He comes over for dinner. He sees the dogs. Cody and I were together for 5 years, married for 2. And they are some of the best memories of my life. Memories that I will cherish forever. And I do not regret a single thing, nor does Cody.
It's also interesting how these announcements are made. It can be hard to understand things like, it was the best time of my life, I wouldn't change it for the world, we're still best friends, and, there's so much love there. If you weren't sharing much, a simple post might have been enough. So why make such an emotional public movie when everyone has the right to privacy and doesn't owe the internet everything?
No, there is going to be so much speculation as to why Cody and I are getting a divorce. But I want to guarantee you that no amount of speculation, no one claiming they know why we're getting a divorce, no video from a T page or a drama channel knows why Cody and I made this decision. The only people that know why Cody and I made this decision is Cody and I. I just want to make that very, very clear. And one thing I want to ask is, Cody and I are in this together. And I see a lot of times when people get a divorce or separate, people try to pit people against each other, pick sides. I'm asking you not to do that.
As I said, this TikTok may have unintentionally spread rumors. The emotional tone seems too much because a lot of people on Reddit and TikTok who weren't close to her didn't know she was married. People pay more attention to it when it is framed as very emotional news and people are told not to guess. In real life, if he had just stopped showing up in videos, some people might not have even noticed.
Cody and I are in this together. Please don't pull us apart. Second thing I'm gonna ask is, Cody and I have been very open about his struggles with addiction. And I'm going to ask you if you can please leave that out of the conversation. They are two separate things. It is had enough as it is to be an addict and to struggle to stay sober.
I can see why you would want to make things clearer, even though the way the video is framed seems to contradict itself. It can be misleading to list every reason why the divorce wasn't about if the cause isn't given, but this is fine. For the people watching, it almost becomes a game of elimination. The best way to stop rumors is to either explain things quickly or keep them to yourself. Even if it wasn't the goal, making a full movie while keeping the main reason for doing it a secret always gets people talking.
What happens now? Well, the reason I'm pretty put together in this video is because we made this decision last year. And I've spent the last few months processing this, a lot of crying, a lot of talking to family, friends, therapy, everything you can think of, to get to a place where I can make this video. Now I heal.
Just to be clear, I'm not saying she shouldn't have time to heal. It's hard to go through a divorce, so no one is expected to do it perfectly. Part of the meaning of this TikTok video does seem a little strange when compared to the next thing we'll look at quickly after we finish talking about this one.
I just want you to know that I appreciate the support that you have shown Cody and I over the last 5 years. You guys rooted for my relationship and my marriage so hard, and I appreciate it so much. Cody and I are both terrified. We're entering a completely new chapter of our lives, an unexpected chapter, and we're embracing it. And even if it's terrifying, it's exciting.
It seems like every possible emotional point of view is being talked about right now. It makes you think that she hasn't really thought about how she feels about the situation yet. If not, that's completely normal. The relationship is shown in a very positive light, as if the divorce is almost freeing or exciting. They are still close, have no regrets or negative thoughts, and have had some of the best times of her life. This makes me wonder. Without context, that combination might seem strange. The tone makes it harder for people to understand the main point, even though every relationship is complicated and no one needs to share all the details online.
Listen, sometimes life has different plans for you. And Cody and I have both accepted that. So what happens now is nothing. I have been going through this with Cody for the past few months. Shit's tough. There's a lot of crying, there's a lot of emotions, but I'm still gonna show up every day. And I'm still gonna do my cute little Valentine's Day videos I do every year, and nothing really changing on the work side. I'm still gonna be creating my beauty content and my makeup content, but I just want you to know I'm still here. Anyways, hopefully I've said everything I wanted to say, and I appreciate the support. And again, please don't tear Cody and I apart, because that's not what we want. Love you.
You will be there because it's your job. As someone who makes content, I sometimes think it's rude how this job is shown. You get to pick your own hours, subjects, and boss, which makes it a very flexible and privileged job. It's often shown as being much harder than it really is, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Content production is one of the few jobs where workers are expected to take breaks and time off with full support if they are sick. It's important to take care of your mental health, but other important jobs are sometimes put off. But the way Michaela talked about things after the divorce announcement sounded a little strange. When she posted Valentine's Day TikToks a short time later, saying how happy she was to be alone on the holiday for the first time in years, it became harder to tell if this was a terrible thing or an amazing new chapter. But it makes sense that viewers might be confused when you talk about how happy you are to be alone on Valentine's Day, even though the divorce isn't final yet. As expected, the movie caused a lot of talk, with many people wondering what kind of reaction was expected and why it was shown in such a dramatic way. People say that comments on more videos were turned off after a bad response, and the topic hasn't come up again since. It's fair to say that things may not have gone as planned. I hope that influencer culture moves away from overly fake parasocial interactions, since emotional intimacy is often used to get people more involved. As this method becomes more popular and profitable, online interactions may become more extreme. At first, I didn't think this had to be a TikTok. Like in the case of Ned Fulmer and Ariel's show, a short written statement might have done the same thing without making the argument worse. A short update, like, "Hey everyone, just wanted to let you know that Cody and I are getting a divorce. It's friendly, there's no bad blood, and we're both doing fine," would have probably stopped the criticism. Instead, the very expressive language at the start made the comment sound more serious than it really was. In the end, the situation seemed worse than it really was because the tone and audience participation didn't match.